Hi everybody, Bill Ebert here with Why People Follow. One of the things that you've heard me say many times is it's very important to learn how to influence the lives of other people. And the better you become at influencing and mentoring and rising up leaders, the more success you will have in every area of your life. So let's talk about leadership. This is a massive subject. You can go to Google and type in leadership books and probably find 20,000 that were just written in the last few years. But I'm going to give you some overview on some of the principles of leadership and following. Why people follow. You know, most people follow because of negative motivation. And the primary negative motivation is what we refer to as the fear of loss. That if a person believes they will lose something, and a lot of things fit in that category. You know, poverty, people who are afraid of being poor, it actually falls into the category of fear of loss. They fear of losing their comfort. They fear of losing their security. And pain is in the fear of loss. They fear losing comfort. They fear losing ease and pleasure. And so a lot of the reason people work, a lot of the reason people do what they do, even read books and study and go to school and cause themselves discomfort, is because they're actually afraid. I believe it's far better to inspire people than to scare them. That people are more likely to stay with you and stay with your organization if you raise them up in their souls, if you raise them up in their spiritual understandings, if you help them find a purpose that's greater than fear, that causes them to become part of your family, become part of your following. So let's talk about some of those things. For people to follow you on a higher level, it needs to stop being about you. In other words, that the things that you share, the things that you talk about, the things that you desire for them are the things that are best for them, that they desire themselves. We call them overlapping motivations, that they don't necessarily have to have 100% of the same understanding as you or the same goals as you, but the more of your motivations, the more of your training, the more of your goals overlap their goals, the more likely you'll be in agreement, the more likely you'll find unity, and the more likely you'll find a follower for life. So let's talk about overlapping motivations. How do you find them? How do you inspire them? How do you communicate in a way to help someone see that your motivations are their motivations? Using overlapping motivations, you don't have to be in agreement in most areas. You just have to be in agreement in the areas that matter most. In other words, you don't want to be focused on tools and techniques. You don't want to be focused on the product. You want to be focused on dreams and aspirations. You want your relationships to be based on helping and fulfilling the calls, divinity, destiny of the people that you walk together with. If they believe that you are more invested in that than you're invested in trying to make them a clone of you, they're more likely to follow you. In other words, they don't want to be a clone. Most people don't want to be a clone of another person. They want to find and fulfill their own gifts and callings. They want to have their own voice. And if your destiny is to help inspire, to find as many voices and to give voice to as many people as you possibly can, then the things that you do will gather followers. So as you're promoting, you don't promote tools as much as you promote dreams. You don't promote technique as much as you promote vision and aspiration and inspiration, that you promote people's ideals. You promote an ideal versus an idea. In other words, there's a grand and glorious vision that people will die for. There's a lofty picture of their future, not of your future and not of the organization's future, but they have to see themselves in something for them to give themselves to it. The number one technique in helping someone, you can cast as much vision as you possibly can with your media, with your conversation, with your videos and the things that you share on a regular basis. You're casting vision. But to draw in individuals as you see them become inspired and you see that they're inclining themselves, that the best way to enhance this overlapping motivation is the skill of listening. You have to take time to find out what they want, what they desire, what their dreams are, and you push yours aside for a moment and listen and carefully find out which areas you can fulfill, which areas that your relationship with them will fulfill those dreams and aspirations. It's not your job to make them happy. It's not your job to be codependent with them. It's your job to listen and find out where you can help, where you can overlap. And it's just in those small areas. You don't have to be everything to every man, but listen to find out what you can be to every person. And that will help you become more equipped to become a leader, because you're listening to the needs, goals, dreams, and aspirations of those that follow. Hope that helps you. Hope that helps you in leadership and in all areas of your life. This works with marriages, with children, with family, with your boss, with your employees, that if you'll just spend a little bit of time listening to their dreams and aspirations and start talking about vision, it'll help you. See you in the next training.